Good evening, ladies and gents. I would like to take a brief moment of silence for all the victims here in America and across the globe who have suffered and shared in the suffering of Christ due to useless violence, natural disasters, racism, and all other forms of negativity which have impacted peace. For all of those with faith in our Lord Jesus Christ, please turn to Revelation 22, verses 13 and 16. Please study them. Okay. I believe there's a larger storm we as people should pay attention to. I myself am a proud Democrat. I've openly opposed Donald Trump's policies and procedures through unique artistic strategy on Facebook and Instagram. It was very offensive. I'd like to apologize to Donald and to his family for the atrocious vulgarity. This was only to get his attention. I believe I was highly successful. He was paying attention. Last year, many of you knew me as Michael James Pono, 16, on Instagram, and HG Brain on Facebook. That's where most of my artwork was. I believe I supported Tom Brady throughout the entirety of the events leading up to the Super Bowl, and they asked me for my pick. I said the Pats were going to win. Nobody believed me. Nobody believed in him, but guess what? 5 rings. You're welcome. You're welcome, Brady. Well, anyway, it was a seemingly impossible game. Politically in this country, I believe we're facing the same uphill battle. Although I do not agree with Mr. Trump's current executive venue, this does not mean he will not take advice which will uplift and support America. I believe I found a solution. Our founding fathers warned us about a multi-party system, along with the defects and issues associated. I'd like to quote Jefferson: "If I can not go to heaven, but with a party, I would not go at all." I'd like to quote also George Washington. Sorry, I'm flipping through my pages here. I've wrote it down like you're supposed to. But it's impossible to rightly govern a nation without God, without the Bible. And that's George Washington, like I said. I myself, I'm a devout Catholic. It does not mean everybody has to be. I can't stand that. Some people say you're not Catholic, you're not this, you're no good. Those are, radical extremists, in my opinion. It's a great thing about this nation. Everybody doesn't have to be Catholic. God has many different faces, diverse audience he has to reach, whether it be Muslim, whether it be Hindu, whether it be Jewish, whichever. It's a great thing about America. You can believe what you want. You can worship who you want. As for me and my family, Jesus for Jesus, okay? So, allow me to roll out the peace plan. I think that this would help our nation. We all strive for perfection, correct? Well, I love to get mathy. I call it mathy. Getting mathy on it, fractions, decimals, I'm somewhat of a genius. So, my favorite is the Pythagorean theorem, perfect right triangle. It's perfectly right for every situation. This is the beginning of my plan. Republican, a Democrat, and an independent as president. 3 people as president. Perfect right triangle. All Americans have made up their mind as to which party they associate themselves with. This is a fact. Everybody either is a Republican, a Democrat, or an independent. This creates a lot of tension. This creates debates. This creates, negative ads against each other. Why not work together? Why not work together cohesively as one unit, one triangle? You know what I'm saying? And I believe your stress level, Mr. Trump, as president, will go down. You guys will be able to bounce ideas off each other. You could be the first. Let's be the first on it, man. Be like, I like being the first at things. So I think it'll help us a lot. The trinity of presidents, man. It's pretty awesome, man. Just think about it, man. 3 presidents. Nobody's bitching. Nobody bitches. There's nobody that can bitch. Bill Maher can't chew your head off anymore. I love Bill. Sorry, Bill, you couldn't do it anymore. Well, anyway, let me get back to my writing here. Let's see here. All right. Already went over that. So, there'll be no supreme reign. Everybody will be even. It ends the fight. It's the way the checks and balances in Oval Office are far more simplistic. I myself, I have conservative views and I have liberal views. I'm very conservative about our military because I am a veteran for the United States Coast Guard. 90% of my friends and family, they're veterans. And I love our men in uniform. I'm sorry, ladies in uniform. Sorry, ladies, you're always first. Okay. So, anyway, let me get to the point. No tree hugging, kill bad guys, give our guys what we need. I think we need to focus on protecting America and strategically taking the bad guys out. I don't think that Trump, you called it correctly. North Korea is a threat. I'll give you that, man. You're right. We need to watch them, but I think we need to do it strategically, like Obama did. He took out Osama. I was thankful for that. He did it right, and I believe he also had a conservative approach to an extent. But that's why we have spec ops. That's why we have, we got the power, man. And they're bad. I love them. And my boy, that's a master gunny. Buddy. Anyway, I also have, just want to let it be known that I have liberal views regarding our economy. I'm a blue collar worker. I'm also a master of the universe, master plumber, journeyman plumber with gas, med gas guru, apprenticeship instructor extraordinaire. That was a really loud horn blast. I'm sorry, but everybody knows infrastructure is vital. The more buildings and facilities we've built, the more people we can employ and put in those buildings. How do we get there? We expand America, destroy NAFTA and GATT. I'm sorry, Bill, Hillary, I love you guys to death. You're probably my favorite couple, other than the Obamas. And I just want to tell you, NAFTA and GATT sucks, man. We need to bring manufacturing back here to this country and put more people to work. Make our American product, what it was back in the day. There's talks of a wall, right? I know, I understand what you're thinking. You want to protect people, Trump, and I want to protect people too. But I think that we should probably work with the Mexican diplomats and the government in association with each other to grow America. And what I mean by that, this is going to take a really long time. It's obviously not going to happen overnight. We have a lot of problems on the border. We have, people smuggling drugs in there all the time. We have immigration, but in Mexico, man, those people are some of the best people in the world. I love it. Yo habla español también. Yo tengo mucho amor con mis latinos y latinas. Mucho, mucho amor. Okay. So, what I'm talking about is probably in maybe 200-mile increments, trying to expand pieces, talk to them, almost like Puerto Rico is a territory, make a territory out of a part of Mexico. You know what I mean? See what it does. See how effective you are. You know what I mean? See how much production that you can get out of that. It solves multiple problems. Immigration from Mexico into the U.S., new opportunities for construction, public service, hospitality, healthcare, the list goes on and on. The expansion, like I said, will take several years of planning, staging, and execution. Mexico remains in charge. We're only trainers. It's their country, but if they want to be a part of the American dream, why don't we help them to become a part of that American dream? Start like a territory, like I said. Just going over this more and more, just taking a look. It all starts with, new policy. 3 presidents. Who has ever done that before? Have 3 presidents in the Oval Office. That would be awesome, man. That way the bitching stops. The bitching completely just stops, man. There's no bitching. Can't blame just you. They have to blame all 3 of you guys. I'll be the first one to tell you I'll blame all 3 of you. No, I'm just kidding. But just anyway, man, that would be my eyes, as an American citizen, as a veteran, would be the right thing to do. Um, you know, and when it's time to clean, you know, once we're going through, our boys, man, they're ready to clean up. So anyway, like Teddy Roosevelt, who built the Panama Canal, he built the Panama Canal, man. It's in Panama. You know, that's one of the greatest things that has ever come to this world. You know, why don't we together do this and cohesively as one unit? You know, as you know, Democrats, Republicans, and Independents get together. Why don't we be cohesive? You know, try something new. You'd be the first. You'd be the greatest president of all time, man. They'll be showing your big orange face in the books. I'm just kidding, man. I know you like to cut up too. I'm pretty sure you do. You know, but I think that'll really work, man. It really, you know, puts you to the next level. You know what I mean? And you'll have the assistance that you need. Stress levels will be a lot less, man. If you want to go, I'm sure there's days that you want to go out and just say forget it. And you can't because you're president. But you know, you'd have two people to handle business while you do that, and vice versa. You know, if they needed to take a stress time out, please don't ever implement that in the military. It's completely the wrong thing to do. I hate that idea. It's stupid. We need to be tough. Please get rid of that. But anyway, that would be my idea. You know, 3 presidents, 1 Oval Office, 1 White House, getting things done for America, piecing out this country, bringing racism to an end. You know what I mean? There's so many people that are racist out there for no reason, man. We should be loving each other, you know, and having our own choices as president. I think that's going to alleviate a lot of tension between everything. And, you know, just please take my advice, man. Take it as what you will. Jesus for Jesus, all right? So, anyway, have a good evening. We'll see you. Bye.